Hey, welcome to another episode of the Not Scrum Done podcast. I'm your co-host, Andreanna Marshall, and that's my amazing co-host.
Grand Scrum Master Scott. Greetings, everyone.
Today, we're going to be talking about what the role of a Scrum Master is and why is it important. We did get this question in our live official scrum.org course in a professional Scrum Master course. We usually start off each class that we have with, what do you want to know in this class? And this was actually one of the questions that came up. Of course, we cover it in the class, but it was the first one. That's why people are coming to the class. And we wanted to also give you a little glimpse into what we're teaching in our class. Scott, take it away. What is the role of a Scrum Master and why is it important?
Wow, beautiful question. What's the role of a Scrum Master? Well, I give you the scrum.org definition and then I compare that to a real world use case, if you will. The Scrum Guide definition is we as the Scrum Master are accountable for making sure the Scrum Guide is used and used well. And we also responsible for the Scrum team's effectiveness. That is pretty close to the definition in the Scrum Guide. Now, in the real world, the accountability is changing company to company, not according to the Scrum Guide, but according to the role that you may be doing at the company you're working for. I've just gotten back into the workplace and my Scrum Master role feels more like a delivery manager type of role. Yes, I'm still looking at making sure we're doing Scrum. I'm thinking about my teaching hat, my coaching hat, my mentor hat, and those characteristics. But I find myself in this current position, more of being accountable of is the team delivering. And I don't have a problem with that because I'm thinking about we're responsible ultimately for the Scrum team's effectiveness. Not that we're doing it ourselves. We do have a team. I do have a team helping us to get it done. And everybody is doing their part to help us get there, including myself. Some of the things I may be responsible for now is just release planning. Again, that's the Scrum doesn't talk about that. But again, something that you as a Scrum Master might want to be open to as the landscape may broaden a bit in terms of what the role is, not just limited to just the Scrum Guide. Maybe some other things that are required of you. And why is this important? Well, I'm thinking about empiricism. If we think about the principle of empiricism, we're going to inspect and adapt. And some companies have used Scrum, so they say. We did a video on that. We'll pull it up and make sure you got it. But in a lot of cases, what I find Scrum is companies have implemented Scrum and they just did a few pieces of it. They forgot the most important piece, which is the values. So the importance of this role is leads me into that is how can we incorporate the value so that we are doing all of Scrum, not just the three artifacts, the three accountabilities, and having the five events, but what about the five values? So to me, that's super duper important to make sure that I get that to a point where the team members embody that because to me, that's part of helping a team become great, to become legendary, to be better than where they are right now. That's why it's important to me. Andriano.
When you talk about being a change agent, that just makes me think some of the other things that I think of that a Scrum Master is doing is they're empowering the Scrum team to be self managing. And that is a big thing when I think of a change agent because you're making every single person around you so much better. And when they're empowered and they're self managing, that also means that you can go and help the organization. There are probably organizational issues and barriers that a Scrum Master can definitely help resolve and remove and create more efficient process all up and down the company instead of just with the Scrum team. So that's another thing that I was thinking. I was also thinking with empowering them to be self-managing, they're a team builder. They're bringing people together to drive success, to achieve a product goal. We have a sprint goal every single sprint, and obviously every new sprint that changes. They're constantly helping the team get better. And I think the other thing when you're talking about being a change agent is I look at a change agent as a leader. Typically, I want to follow a change agent, someone that's empowering people, someone that's building up teams, someone that's helping us solve problems, someone that is a change agent, in a lot of ways is also a really good leader. Also, as you were speaking, thinking about that a Scrum Master would also do. And I think this is extremely important for a number of reasons. One, it enables high performance. We want high performing teams. What are we doing if we're not reaching our full potential? Scrum Masters should be helping the team with all the characteristics and the behaviors that we talked about. And the role of a Scrum Master, be able to help the team to be highly productive and not just doing tasks like checking off boxes, but delivering value on a consistent basis. Another reason this is really important is drives continuous improvement. One thing that I've always heard from people that say they don't like Scrum is we go to sprint retrospective, we take down action items, and everything stays the same. There's
Wow.
nothing there is nothing more frustrating than staying the same, especially when you have mechanisms for change. That is so annoying. And I think the last thing, I alluded to it early, is enables organizational transformation. The Scrum Master is supposed to be the bridge between the Scrum Master and the rest of the organization. Scrum Master is supposed to be helping the organization, promoting Agile principles outside of the Scrum team, and encouraging leadership and others to adopt practices that align with Agile values, which should lead to a broader cultural shift, which in turn will help the Scrum team. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Most of you that are watching are not subscribed. Why don't you hit that subscribe button? And if you want to connect with us, check out our LinkedIn's. You can message us anytime. You can join our email list. If you like to come to a live official scrum.org course, we have our links in the descriptions. We also have links in the description to self-paced courses. If you don't see anything that meets your needs, reach out to us. We can try to help you find something that works for you. If you made it to the end of this video, that means you have an attention span greater than a goldfish.
Be super duper legendary, everyone, but not scrum down.